Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original QueenAShakur show. I'm your host, QueenAShakur. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time I go live. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at QueenAShakur. You can also follow the QueenAShakur fan page, and you can follow me on Twitter at DGoddess27. Okay, so listen to this. This sounds to me like somebody's just trying to get a quick bag. Okay, so Nas, the rapper, is being dragged to federal court over an alleged Tupac photo violation. So this man is suing rapper Nas for posting a picture of he himself, Tupac, and Redman to his Instagram. The man said that he's profiting from this and that he also is gaining more social media followers. Here's the thing. I scarcely think Nas needs to post a picture for him to get more social media followers. And also, how is he profiting from it when he posted it on Instagram? It's not like he sold it to make cash. So, like I said, it sounds like this person's trying to get a bag. Okay, so it says rapper Nas and Tupac were not friends in the 90s. While the world focused on the East Coast, West Coast beef that was circulating between the conflict between Tupac and Biggie, most people forget that Nas was also involved in that to a certain extent. Okay, so this is why the sole snapshot of the two of them together is one of many prized possessions of Al Pereira, who's a celebrity photographer. Now, according to Radar Online, the paparazzo filed a federal lawsuit in the Central District of California on February the 2nd. Now, he filed this against Nas for the illegal use of the image on social media. The image captures Nas, Tupac, and Redman outside of New York's club Amazon on July the 23rd of 1993. Now, Pereira says that when he republished the photo in 2017, he registered the work for a trademark for its use. A copyright for its use. Now, his lawsuit claims that he is suing the artist, whose real name is Nasir Jones. He's suing him for posting the image without his permission and without a licensing agreement on Instagram in 2020. Because the photographer makes his living by selling licenses, court documents allege that this value asset in his portfolio has been devalued by Nas sharing it without paying for it. He further mentions that Nas used the picture to make a profit, posting the image to increase his social media followers. I doubt it, okay? I don't see how that's even possible. Now, an example of Nas doing this was when he released his 2021 sequel to his Grammy Award-winning album, King's Disease, using Pereira's image to promote the track titled Death Row East. Now, the song chronicled the day that Nas and Pac put their differences aside and decided to move forward. He captioned the post that is now removed, the night of Death Row East. Now, when you got a story as real as mine, you can't leave nothing out. King's Disease 2, Out Row. Rest in peace, King Tupac. Love to the Outlaws at Hit Boy KD2. That's what was posted also. Now, the story was that Nas wanted to convey was how they were able to get past their venomous and public dislike for one another, a fact that makes this early image so iconic. Now, in a rare interview with Vintage Videos, Pac's disdain is on full blast. In the interview, he calls out Nas as a sucker while promoting his new label, Death Row East. And so basically saying all these people talking about the East Coast, West Coast wars, they are like what Judah was to Jesus. Only there to cause confusion. And this is what Tupac said months before he was killed in Vegas. So they say, we heard to bring money and change. All these weak rappers like Nas, these suckers, they battling East and West like it's a game. If he was chess, he would be calling checkmate 3 years ago. So the artist went on to diss Nas after he thought the rapper was shading him by using a sample from the self-titled single from his All Eyes on Me double album from his song Sweet Dreams. On it, it was written album. He also thought that Nas threw a veiled diss at him in the song. Now, the message, when he addressed a fake thug in his lyrics. Pac had tattooed on his stomach and used the term frequently, thug. And, thug life was tattooed on his stomach. So he clearly thought Nas was talking about him. So anyway, It goes on to say that the New York-born, Baltimore-raised, and Cali representative returned the favor by releasing Troublesome 96 with the track from Nas's hit with Lauryn Hill, If I Rule the World, and the sample from Curtis Blow's chart-topping song from the 80s. Now, the back and forth escalated until the two, according to Nas, were able to squash their beef. The Illmatic rapper said before Pac died that he planned on doing music, or that they planned on doing music together. So anyway, Napoleon, one of the founding members of the Outlaws, a group affiliated with Tupac, co-signed that the two put their differences aside and were in fact going to do music together. So in an interview with The Art of Dialogue, Napoleon detailed the reconciliatory moment when the Dear Mama rapper and Nas, a few days prior to Pac's death, got together. Now, during the after party of the 1996 MTV Awards, both rappers and entourages were ready to go to blows with one another. Nas was there with his homies, and they were talking or walking towards Tupac. They say they was deep. That's what Napoleon says. This is an incident that should be more highlighted in the hip-hop world in general. Now, it shows how two individuals diffuse something that have led to bloodshed. It could have potentially led to bloodshed, but rather they diffused it, he says. He said he watched Nas and Pac have a conversation about what was going on and afterward hugging each other like brothers. He said it was so loud that I don't know what they were saying, but it was so loud from the music. We mean mugging they homies, they mean mugging us. And the next thing I know, we just saw Tupac and Nas embrace and hug one another. They walked their way and we walked away. So he says when the I Get Around rapper returned to the mob of friends and workers, he said he gained a great deal of respect for Nas. He said, I spoke to that dude. I got respect for him. You know, I thought he was dissing me on some songs. He made it clear he wasn't dissing me. Now, I'm going to tell you something. This is important and significant because I remember Snoop Dogg did a interview where he said the opposite. He said that he was with Tupac when Tupac ran into Nas, and Tupac went and spoke with Nas and had words. He said something to Nas and then came back and told Snoop Dogg, I just punked him. That's what Snoop said. And I was like, Snoop, what did Tupac say? He said he punked Nas. First of all, I knew Tupac, and that doesn't even sound like anything he would say. Okay, I'm just saying. But anyway, let me continue. Now, Tupac told his friends that he was going to remove all of the verses on his songs that mentioned Nas negatively. He said, when I get back to LA and go into the studio, I'm going to remove Nas from every song that I diss him on. This is what Napoleon said Tupac revealed to him. Unfortunately, Pac died a week later after the two made peace. So anyway, I'm going to tell you like this guy who's suing Nas, I actually think that he's just trying to get a bag because he actually also sued someone else for that picture in 2017. And that was Kylie and Kendall Jenner. And then they turned around and kind of sued him. Okay, pay attention. Now listen. So Pereira's legal battles with Nas comes after taking Kylie and Kendall Jenner to court in 2017 for using the photo of Tupac, Biggie, and Redman for their clothing line. Now, Nas was included in this picture. I'm sorry. This was a different picture that featured Biggie. Now, they used it for their clothing line, according to him, without even asking. And he said when deciding to work with, or they say when deciding to work with one-of-a-kind repurposed vintage tees, it was not the brand's intent to offend anyone. This is what the Jenners said in a statement. These designs were randomly selected and not well thought out. Now, the brand would like to apologize, especially to the artists that have been featured in the series. We did not mean to disrespect these icons, and we understand that we missed the mark completely. The designs have been removed. We sincerely apologize to the artists, their families, and the estates of anyone whom we may have offended. Now, although the apparel was taken down from the website, Kendall proceeded to countersue Pereira for $22,000 to cover the legal costs for the frivolous lawsuit and his attempt at benefiting from her business. So they say at the time, Pereira had filed over 450 copyright infringement lawsuits since 2015. Now in 2022, his recent case against Nas is yet another addition to his growing list. Honey, let me tell you something. This man is clearly going around here making bags of suing people for copyright infringement. Now, the thing is this. If, in fact, he owns the copyright to these things, he has a right to sue them. And I would definitely have sued Kylie and Kendall. Okay? They're sitting up here using Black people's property and not paying for it, right? And they've done that before, because let's not forget, there was a black fashion designer who said that one of them, I can't remember which, so I don't want to call the name specifically, but it was one of those sisters who used, or who actually, she says, stole her idea. Now, she was selling some outfits on her website or whatever. And then next thing you know, one of them was selling the same outfit, right? Looked just like hers, just different print or whatever. And the lady ended up suing them. And see, here's the thing. When people have all this money and you're just a person starting out, you have a small business, they can absolutely steal your ideas, or they will steal your ideas. And then you have to spend all this money that you may not even have to fight them in court. So that's what they do. So my thing is, he should have sued them for using it without permission, because who do they think they are? And why are they trying to use Tupac, Biggie, right, and Redman to promote their brand? I'm sorry. What happened to Eminem and MGK? I'm just saying, make it make sense. But so anyway, this whole thing with Nas, honey, he needs to just drop that or whatever. Come to a peaceful resolution. Just sit down and have a talk with Nas. I'm sure they could work something out if only they tried at the end of the day. It sounds like he's just trying to get another bag, honey. And they say since 2015, he's filed how many copyright infringement lawsuits? 450. Honey, he must really be suing everybody and their mama. And who has time to file over 450 copyright infringement lawsuits in these past few years? Since 2015 until now. Make it all make sense, honey. Clearly, he is getting desperate for cash, I guess. Maybe he'll get a suit big enough, a settlement big enough, that he can just leave Nas alone. So anyway, with that all being said, please like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen goes live. Okay? And yeah, this is interesting. I'm going to see how this turns out, honey, because Nas is my favorite rapper. All right? Now that Tupac's dead, yeah, Nas is my favorite rapper. And at the end of the day, I scarcely think Nas made a profit from posting that photo on Instagram. And he surely didn't need it to clout chase or to gain a larger following. People love and respect Nas for being the, you know, the awesome lyricist and icon that he in fact is. So sounds like a cash grab as far as I'm concerned. So with that all being said, everyone please like and share. And I hope to talk to you all again soon.